Good morning, everybody. It's me, Dana, aka Triple C. Welcome into Craft Hour with Triple C. I'm so excited to be here. We get to work on a new craft today, and I'm ready to share. I'm sorry for the delay. I have been trying to powder my nose for a quick second, but then on top of that, really got really limited sleep. So I overslept. And so when I overslept, it was like, oops, and I'm scurrying. But I'm here. We're here, right? Happy Friday. All right. I'm super excited. It's just beautiful. I'm going to go ahead and get into this craft. We're going to pray first, and then we're going to craft this baby up. We got this new pattern coming up from Sarah Zimmerman, one of my favorites. I love me some Sarah Zimmerman. Hey, not all the Zimmermans getting love from me, but Sarah, you get some. All right. Just kidding. Anyways, not really. Some of you get it. I will be showing some love to Sarah today with her cat hat pattern. Again, I don't know if it's that necessarily called that. It's called a cartoon cat eye cat hat. Cartoon eye cat hat. That's what we're doing today. Hey, Sarah, thanks for this great pattern. I'm going to pray first, and we're going to get into it. I'll tell you a little bit why we're making this today and who we're making it for. Father God, in the mighty name of Jesus, I come to you thanking you for this day, God, because you woke us up in this morning. And I honor you and I cherish you. I bless your name and I lift you up. You are worthy to be praised, God. I understand that without you, God, I wouldn't be here. Without you, God, I would have made it. Without you, God, I wouldn't have been able to have every gift that you blessed me with. Without you, God, I wouldn't have been able to go through when I was going through. So, God, on this morning, I thank you. I thank you for everything that you've done, not only for me and my family, but also for those under the sound of my voice, God, for those who are learning who you are, for those who have tried you out for themselves, for those who are just trying you out right now. God, I'm thanking you for what you're doing, for the things that you begin to do on the inside as well as the outside, whatever it is you've gotten us to change, Father God, whatever you've gotten us to build, whatever you've gotten us to release, whatever you've gotten us free from on this morning. I thank you. On this morning, I'm asking that you begin to cover this chat as well, God, and everyone is under the sound of my voice. Cover those who send a seed of time, thumbs up, commenting, every new subscriber, every super chat, every cash app, every PayPal. Father God, I thank you, and I ask that you begin to just touch them and pour into them, make them prosperous, make them more prosperous than they ever been. Father God, I'm asking that you begin to show up and show out. Father God, I thank you. I bless your name and I magnify you, God. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. If I had 10,000 tongues, I couldn't say enough hallelujahs. I couldn't say enough thank yous. I couldn't say I appreciate you enough. I couldn't say I give you glory enough. I couldn't say you are awesome enough. But I just want to tell you how many times I can each day. I want to remind you how good you are. I want to remind you of how grateful I am because it could have been me. Because I kept going back and it could have been me because I tried it over and over again and it could have been me that wasn't here on this morning. But God, because of you, I am still here and I thank you. Ooh, God. So I ask that you touch this chat and cover it. Find up any type of trolling, spamming, cyberbullying, and any type of technical difficulties. I ask that you give us a great day to laugh together and craft together. It is in your son, Jesus' name, I pray today. Amen. 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 Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Okay, so I'm super excited to be here, but I want to tell you why we're making this. Let me see what it's called again. Let me see here. The cartoon eye cat hat. All right, so this is what we're making today, and I'm just ready to make this thing. Are you guys ready for this? I hope you are as much as I am because I've never made this before, but one of my amazing nieces, hey Demaya, my niece Demaya, her birthday was on the 21st. All right, so we're a week later, and when she had her birthday party last weekend, which was Sunday, she had it on Sunday. We had a great time. I was the designated game maker. And so we went over and we had a good time. But she's like, hey, she's always been watching me crochet. She watches me crochet. She watches me vlog, and I think she gets really excited because when she sees me with the phone in front of me, she'll say, TT Dana, are you vlogging? And I'm like, no, I'm not, because she wants to make sure she doesn't interrupt. She, with the younger generation, they know all about vlogging and all about being in front of the camera. And so she's like, are you vlogging? I'm like, no. So she knows when they're like, okay, let me just wait a minute. Let me wait to get my piece out when she's done. And I love that. But she's like, can you make me a hat with the cat ears? And I'm just like, okay. And I couldn't do it at that current time because I was in the middle of doing other things and getting stuff finished. But today is your day, Maya. I am making your hat today. And I'm going to make it in pink. She said she wanted it in pink. So this is like the only pink I have, guys. I'm low on my pinks. But because I started, I use my darker pink for my Barbie set. So let's get into what we're doing today. I'm going to drop the link into the chat today. Let's get it dropped. And then after we get this baby dropped, I'm going to come on in the chat. We're just going to get into it. We're going to get into it. Let's see. There's nothing to it but to do it. It's rainy here in my city, guys. I don't know what kind of weather you're dealing with, but it's rainy today, y'all. So some of our family members are dealing with a little ache and a little pain in the crevices. Well, should I say crevices? Maybe we should say joints. Not crevices, but our joints, because my joints, just want to throw it out there, the knees are aching. Okay. Anyways, but that's another story. I'm going to, let me check my mic audio testing. Okay, there we go. Hey Donna, hello, happy Friday. Hey Dawn, good morning. How y'all doing this morning? Thank y'all for coming in. That thumbs up, guys. So yeah, yesterday I did the Barbie, one of my first Barbie videos. I'm going to edit maybe 2 more, I believe. I'm gonna make it a 3-piece, but then have pictures. So I don't even know how I'm gonna do this. Hey, what's going on, Beverly Lee? Get in that building. Shout out to everybody who's been over there looking at my reel and hitting the thumbs up. I like that. I like that. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm trying to show people how I used to be a hater. Well, I used to be a lover. Then the spirit of the enemy came over me and made me a hater. And then the God delivered me out of the hatery and turned me into a congratulator. So I'm trying to show others that example so that others can understand how to get out of it as well. And sometimes we don't even realize we're in it. You know, this is how you know that you're in it. When something good happens, you automatically find something negative to say. This is me. I'm not talking about anybody else. This is me. Okay, just say like somebody won the lottery. Oh, hey, Joe just talking to me. Hey, honey, did you hear that Mark just won the lottery? He probably spent $1 million to even get to win anyway. What's the point? I would never play the lottery stuff anyways, because I'm not going to spend $1,000 just to win some money back. What's the point? I'm not doing that. But it's all good. I'm happy for him now. I just told you what that looks like. That wasn't me. That would have been me years ago, not me now. Because me now, I'm like, Mark, what? $1 million? Are you serious? I never knew nobody could even win in this city. They always say don't never win in small cities. What? Oh my, now, but honey, we gotta start playing. Okay, you play this certain numbers, I'm playing my numbers. Okay, when we gonna play? Okay, we're gonna play Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays. What day should we play? I don't even know what to do. Okay, I'm writing my numbers down. Let me just get some ideas. Okay, let me think of some numbers. Okay, ages, addresses. What can we do? That's what God will do. Won't he do it? Hey, yes, he will. I'm talking about what he did for me. I don't know about nobody else, but that's what he did for me. I'm just saying. So shout out to everybody who's been showing love to whoever you show love to, whether it be a stranger walking down the street. Good morning, Mr. Johnson. Hey. You might not even know his name, but good morning. How you doing? Whether it be the neighborhood mail carrier, whether it be the little kid across the street or down the street, whoever you're loving on this morning, love on somebody. All right. Don't forget to do the 3 things that keep the life happy, which is do something to please the Lord. Do something to please someone else and do something to please yourself. Those 3 things, 3 things a day, along with eating right, exercise, those things will keep you happy and those things will keep some peace. I'm just throwing it out there because you're bringing all positive energy. When you bring that positive energy, you're creating more. You feel what I'm trying to say? And people like that positive energy. People start coming to you like a magnet. You're like, oh, I just wanted me time. Like, nah, ain't no more me time, baby. You done gave me some goodness. Ain't no more me time. But anyways, shout out to everybody who loves happiness. And for those who want that happiness, we're going to get it back. We're going to get it back, y'all. Hey, trouble don't last always. All right, guys, let me drop the link to today's craft. Shout out to Sarah Zimmerman, a.k.a. Repeat Crafter. Who? That's me. All right, shout out to Repeat Crafter me. That's Sarah. This is today's craft. Good morning. What you working on today? Today's craft. Oh, hold on. Do we have a bit of some scripture? You better come on, Donna. Shout out to Donna. Donna, you sent me a scripture. What did you send me? You sent me a card, and I believe I did have a scripture on there. It's on my shelf in my basement. Hey, let me see. Pleasant words are like a honeycomb. Oh, I love honeycomb. Me and one honeycomb. I went through a stage where I was eating about the bagfuls. Sorry. Sweetness to the soul and health to the bone. That's what I'm talking about. It is. You're right. Pleasant words are. Come on. That's what I'm talking about. I've been trying to mute my niggas. And it's okay. It happens because sometimes we find ourselves around. It could be mama. It could be daddy. It could be our best friend. And they kind of look at things on the opposite, the negative way. And next thing you know, we done tapped in like, what? How did that? You know what I'm saying? And it just seemed normal. So I'm not even like I'm not hating. That was me. So it'll grab on you. It's a spirit. It's a spirit. Spirits are transferring. So that's why I always tell you guys. Remember that when people are in a negative mood and stuff like that, you just pray for them. You don't got to sit up under it. You know what I'm saying? And it's not you ditching them and being rude to them. You pray for them. You know what I'm saying? You're not leaving them. You're putting the Lord and you're letting the Lord lead because you're like, you know what, baby, I can't let you affect it. You know, and then I don't want to make you feel like you're neglected. But what's gonna happen is, I'm gonna have to get to the left it because and pray and say, you know what, Lord, you know, I've seen this spirit before. I used to walk in the spirit, pray for my sister, my uncle, my cousin who's dealing with this thing on this morning. They don't know about pure joy. They don't understand that the joy of the Lord is my strength. You know what I'm trying to say? So whatever it is, pray for them. But you don't got to sit up under. Be careful what you sit up under because it will jump, you know, to catch you off guard. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know how things can catch you off guard. You're like, oh snap, there's just a little fly getting you, or a little gnat go up the nose. I'm just saying it happens. So it will catch you off guard. Next, you know, you done been smothered in a blanket of negativity. You like everything bad. Oh Lord, oh, God, I can't believe, oh, man. Oh, my knees hurt. I woke up this morning. You ain't saying thank you, Lord. Thank you for the great day. You ain't saying, Lord, I still got my life. Oh Lord, they ain't cut me off. Hey, they ain't cut me off. I mean, the first thing is a negative thing. I used to be me. My husband, like, ooh. My husband, I never was a morning person. He used to be so mad at me. Like, he used to be so mad. Like, oh my God. He used to be so happy in the morning. He like just singing him. Hey, he was waking up singing him, singing everything in the morning. I'm like, is he singing him? I used to be like, who's singing this early in the morning? It's like way too early. For what reason? I was angry. Like, why'd you like? I just want to like throw a pillow and I'm like, shut it. But I did not because I knew better. But I wanted to. And then God was like, man, you need to start going early lives. Stop hanging out all night long and go up early in the morning and do craft hour. This was 3 years ago, y'all. I'm like, God, you talking to me? You talking to me? He's like, yeah, you going up early in the morning live streams, and I'm gonna make you a morning person. I'm gonna make you what you say you're not. Everything I said I couldn't do, he gonna show me, and it's through him. So I can't say nobody else did it. It was him. I never was a morning person. I was very angry in the morning, very unpleasant in the morning, and also could not get up in the morning. So for me to be able to do this for 3 years, well, won't he do it? So again, I mean, yes, I get. I've gotten comments like, "Oh, you're taking too much. You're not doing any work." I mean, hey, the list goes on. It still is my channel. So at the end of the day, what I don't do and what I do is on here. Hey, no one has to stay. I'm here to show love and not only just craft, but also give some life lessons and share a little bit about me. So that's what it's about. Hey, I don't get to do videos a lot, so I'm kind of like, I kind of give you a little bit of vlog. I kind of give you a little podcast. I kind of give you a little crafting. I'm giving you a little bit of everything. You know, so I got to give you that because I always want people to become better because I love being better. I'm not saying I'm teaching you to be better. I'm just teaching you where I used to be. So that way you can be like, oh, what? You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes we don't know. We don't know what people been through. We just assume, oh, this is they always been like that. And okay, it's easy for them. No. No. You know, so I just want to share that because, hey, you know, if he did it before, he can do it again. That's all I can say. You know, I'm not perfect. I'm not saying I am, but I'm just saying, I'm a lot better than I used to be. All right, let's get into StreamYard, guys. I have the craft in the chat. Okay, I truly thank you for just being. Thank you so much, Dawn. Thank you for that. Because you know, I'm grateful just for being me. Because it was a lot of times I was not me. Can I tell you that? I'm coming in the craft. I not talk too much, but I love talking. I can't help it. You know, I'm just gonna be straight with you. I love talking. I really, really do. You know, when you was always a cheese and farmer Adele, she's talking that cheese talking. I am. Well, you was always a cheese. People always leave you out. I mean, you learn to talk to yourself. You learn to be your own best friend. And then you find those little friends every so often, and they join in, and then they leave, and then it's still there. So, hey, when I get a chance to be around a few people, Lord, I'm gonna talk. You know, that's what I tell. And then I feel that spirit when I have people that be coming around me. You know, I might be at a doctor's office, a grocery store, or a bus station when I was younger. They would come up to me and start talking. I'm like, you can tell they needed something off of them, and for some reason they trusted me with it, and I loved it. So it's a beautiful thing to have that, you know. So let's see here. Good morning, Mama. Look at Mama J. Oh yeah, but another way. Good morning. You better get in here. Another way is just force it. So force the negativity away. Like if you feel like that negative spirit that wants to sit upon you, just force it away. Like just compliment somebody. Like make it happen. Like that's what I was doing. Like when my words would like be few, I would see somebody walking down the street or something, and I'm like, oh, should I say hi? Should I not? Like that would be in my head because I'm like, God was changing me. I was like, God, make me over. Make me over. I'm about to get into the crap, but I gotta say this real quick. Okay, so I would be like, I want to be changed or made over. What do I do? And so I would see somebody walking down the street, but then I would be like thinking in my head, should I say it? No, yes, no, say it. So I was like, hey, how you doing? So now every day people say it before I get to say it now, because I'm just like, they used to me saying it, so they're like, oh, let me say it first. So that's how it is. Also, if I see somebody that looks nice, or maybe whatever, I see that maybe I notice a new hairstyle, even if it's necessary not new to them, not be new to me. If I like the hair color, whatever else. Oh, I like your hair color. Nah, nah, nah. You know, they might have their head down. They might be feeling sad. They might be stressed out. They might be like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do. Do I look good? I don't know. Da, da, da. You look nice today. Oh, I force myself. I don't do it now. It's like it's natural. But in the beginning, I had to force myself to say it, not because I didn't want to, but because my mind was saying, should I? Yes, no, maybe so, because I was struggling to get back to me. And so, yeah, also getting back to me, being who I am. I used to always want to be who everybody else was, or whoever everybody else wanted me to be. I could be a great chameleon. So if I'm with you and when I'm in this group, I'm going to be what you are and who you are and what you want me to be. And then once we're not friends anymore, or we fade away, or you realize that's not really me and I'm acting, you dump me, I'll go to this next group and I'll begin to be whoever they are. So that's what I used to do. Now I'm just like, man, I'm just me. I'm just me. And I'll stay right here. You come to me, because if I come to you, I'm going to change my whole everything. And then you're going to realize it. And then you're going to just be like, you know what? This is a done deal. Because I'm going to be so tired of being you. I'm going to be so tired of being what you want me to be. It's going to be exhausting. And I'm just going to be like over it. And I'm going to be cranky. You're like, oh, I should crank, because I'm trying to be what you want me to be. And it's not fun. Oh, craft time. All right, let's get into it. I'm going to mute this mic. Let's have some fun. All right, guys, let's get into it. We're crafting on this morning. Okay. Oh, Mama J, you at work? You better work it. You better work. Shout out to Mama J Way. I don't know what you're working on, but one of these days, I would love to hear about what's on that hook or your nook. I know you like your knittery, and you're like your loom knittings. You like it all. I mean, the list goes on and on. You're a multi-crafter, so I would love one of these days to know what it is that you're having on whatever kind of apparatus that you're using. So we're using some Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn, and I'm excited. My niece said she wanted pink. I said, well, let's do it, niece. So we're doing the cat ear hat, and this yarn is super soft. I'm excited about using it because it's soft. I was like, ooh, let me find a pink yarn, because I know I had some pinks, but some of them were size 3. And I'm like, man, I need a size 4. So we are using the size 4 yarn. I believe this should be plenty. And so let's get into it. Now, one thing I love about Sarah Zimmerman at Repeat Crafter Me, she is the person who got me to make hats, just like a basic beanie. I used to struggle with making basic beanies because I did not know, my attention's different. Let me get into the craft. Let me see what kind of information we need, what kind of goodies we have. Let me put in the chat for us. Let me see. Copy. And then let's go back to the thing. We got today's craft. Here we go, guys. We're doing it. We're doing it. All right. That there. And now let me show you what we're working on. So we're going to be needing an H hook, which is a 5mm. Okay. So I was just using my 5mm, and I misplaced it, y'all. I was like, what did I do with my 5mm? I don't know. It might be inside the couch. But I believe I have my other, yes, I do. I do have my Tulip brand with me. So these are my 2 favorites. My nieces, they came over yesterday, my 2 nieces, one that I'm doing my hat for today, but one of my other nieces, and she's just like, she's tapping in. She went from being kind of shy a little bit, but I feel like she just came on in. It was like no problem, It was no problem. I love that. And they all want to work out. So I've been kind of working and busy doing things. So I'm going to get back on the schedule for working out because school's coming back. And they want to work out, guys. I'm not going to, they're going to push me to work out. It's been days I really didn't feel like it. It was like a little tired. It's like, no, not today. No, TT's not bringing out the workout equipment. But I want to teach them that it's not necessarily a toy, but I want to show them that we're actually using this for strength and, fitness and things of that sort and health. Because I didn't want my stuff torn up, guys. If I wasn't really in a mood, I don't want to bring out all these big exercise balls and any type of things where they can actually hurt themselves or actually tear up my stuff, Lord. I got no money. But I'm glad that they like that. They're like, crap, we're getting worked out over here. And they want to do it. So again, I'll probably bring it out for them the next time it's nice out. Today is not that day. It's going to be rainy and burning up hot. So I'm going to go with this size, which is going to be, I want to do like teen/adult. My niece is 9 years old. And I'm not going to make any small hats. When the kids start reaching that age where puberty is almost around the corner and things that the head's pretty much the size they're going to be, but unless you start getting weight, but I'm just going to go ahead and give her the adult hat. Why not? Okay. So magic ring is where we're starting at for this particular pattern. All right, let's get into it. If you're wondering what I'm wearing, guys, this is my pattern. It is called Prosperity Crop Tee. All right, so shout out to the Spirit Prosperity Crop Tee, which I have now made a hood upon for those who like a little hood and up to no good. Or you are up to some good. All right, like Little Red Riding Hood. Um, I have made this hat, this actual hood upon my Prosperity Crop Tee to give it a little bit of a fashion flair and show how this can be super versatile. You can crochet it in long and also make it into a gown or beach cover up. You can take it to any type of levels you want. So I will be adding this modified version to the actual written pattern for anybody who's already purchased it. It will be available in an updated version. All right, either Etsy and Ravelry, either one you purchase it on, you'll be able to go back and you'll be able to get the updated version. All right. So Sarah Zimmerman, this particular crafter, she is the one that's responsible for getting me to ever make crochet hats because I would look at so many patterns and ask for so much help and I would not get it. And so when I found her, I felt like, oh, I had an aha moment. All right, I had an aha moment, but I varied it up and changed it my own way, but over the years, but I love how she has taught me to do this. Okay. So let's go ahead and start with this particular pattern. We're going to go with the magic ring, and it says to go ahead and do 11 double crochets. Okay. All right. So we're going to do 11 double crochets. The chain 2 does not count. All right. So let's do that. I love Repeat Crafting. Man, I love her too. She makes so many beautiful things. She makes so many different things. I love her work. Big, huge fan. And then she also has a Facebook group. And I have been able to, that was like one of the first groups that was welcoming of sharing your own items, except on Tuesdays. Like if you are a pattern designer, it's a beautiful thing because she's allowing you to share your links and things of that sort. And then she was also one of the first people that ever did like the follow type of ordeal where we follow each other. I think since then, it has slowed down because maybe since the pandemic, because I had my Facebook had gotten hacked and I wasn't able to really get into it for years. And so when I got back into it, I think they had stopped it, but they were doing like this follow ordeal. Like every Friday we would follow each other and they would put this big old huge thing. And so we would all just follow each other. And so all of our pages got so big, because we're just like following each other. We're so excited about it. It was a beautiful thing. I love that. So like that was big for me. Like finding people like that because you don't always find people who are like so many people like that are bigger. Let me give you this. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Oh, I'm hungry. I'm a little hungry little crafter. This yarn is super soft. This hook is super smooth. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. All right, so we have our 11 here. I'm going to go ahead and tighten that baby up. And then I have all these different directions, like the magic ring. I have all these in my my tutorial playlist, guys. So if you're looking for something like that, please go over to my tutorial playlist, get different stitches and get different helps and tutorials. Yeah, her designs are super fun. I love her work. So now we're going to chain 2 again, and we're going to do 2 doubles in each one. So let's just go all the way around and do the same thing. So yeah, she is super sweet. And when you're big like that, there's so many people who do not like. I mean, I know I have my rules on my channel. Some people are like, oh, but I do have to have them. Everybody has to have rules, and I do have to have them. Why? Because I have to have some types of dinero. So you have to, and I always try to tell my family and friends that like, there's nothing wrong with giving things away, but you can't give everything away because there will be no ways of earning something. You know what I'm trying to say? There'll be no ways of making dinero. It's like you're going to the grocery store. The person who owns a grocery store, sure, they would love to bless everybody who is in need. They would love to do that. But of course, then how would their bills begin to be paid? You know what I'm trying to say? Why, be like, oh, they know they could give away some free stuff sometime. Yeah, they probably could. But I mean, how are they going to get paid? How are they going to take care of their families? So of course, I would love to give away every single thing and all of my tips and all of my tricks and all of my, you know what I'm trying to say? Like all of my saying, oh, promote this, promote that on my channel. Sure. But I cannot because why? I need to get some type of help as well. And also I offer lots of good helps when I do help. I'm not going to give you a little bit. If you want it, I'm going to give you everything. I'm going to give you everything. I'm going to help you get monetized. I'm going to help you with your logos. I'm going to help you with the merch making. I'm going to actually make your merch for you. I'll actually set your website up for you. I'll make thumbnails for you. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I'll do that. I'll do all of that if you are one of my members, depending on what level you're on. But I can't give everything away, And so for this young lady right here to be big and to be like, oh, just go ahead and promote whatever you want. You know what I'm trying to say? So in my crochet group, I say that same thing. come over to my crochet group, show your links, show what you're working on, all those types of things. It doesn't matter. My channel is a little different because there's a little dinero that's being made here. I got to try to make a couple dollars. But on my Facebook group, you can share all of those things. And a lot of people do. And I love that. So I always welcome that. And the reason why I said that, hey, bro, Mark, you better get in here. How you doing this morning? And the thing is, when I met her, I was like, there's a couple other people that were bigger like that. And I was kind of like asking for help. So they were like, oh no, please don't do that. I was like, oh, okay. It's like, please do not promote yourself at all. That is so rude. And I was like, I'm so sorry, because I understand that everybody has to make a little dinero. But like sometimes like I'm on my channel, I'm just like, please don't do that. Please don't do that, because over here we don't do that, because I gotta get paid. You gotta be a member to do that over here. But so I understood. I didn't understand then, and it wasn't in a group per se. And so I didn't understand. I was just like, I was kind of upset. I went in, I'm like, oh, well, somebody gave you a choice. Somebody gave you a chance. Somebody gave you a shot. You could have gave me a shot, but I was a little upset. That was when I was young, and I understood what she's saying, what she was saying, but it wasn't necessarily in a group. But I was just thinking it was going to be a little different, but it's all good. But speaking of chances, hey, y'all, that's what I say. It's always a great thing to be so sweet and so kind. My yarn tree is blowing up a little bit. All right. Some of y'all not making a tree, and that's okay. I'll just keep more yarn for myself and bless different people, whatever else. It's gonna be given away somehow, some way. But I was on Instagram. Many of you know this. Next row is row 3. You're gonna double crochet 2 in the first and then 1 in the next. Okay, let's do it. Okay, so I'm on Instagram, right? Some of you guys know about the Foundry. Anybody ever heard of the Foundry magazine? Anybody? Come on, guys. All right, tell me something. Now, I fell in love with the Foundry because I have so many good family and friends. Shout out to Cheryl and Danae. Hey, Cheryl. Hey, Danae. I love them. We go all the way back, okay? All the way back. And so we have been such good friends. We haven't really talked in a long time because of not having Facebook and getting hacked, me joining into YouTube world and things of that sort. But it's always been super sweet, super loving, and all those things, okay? We never stopped loving each other, okay? Never did. So let me see here. Okay. So I'm talking about the Crochet Foundry though, guys, because I'm like, oh, what kind of foundry are you talking about, baby? Now I'm talking about Crochet Foundry. Now, Crochet Foundry, guys, they are always teaming up with people who are designers, and they're always like just loving on them and like highlighting them and doing like these little collabs with them and stuff like that, right? So like there's this one particular pattern, and so whenever new patterns was coming out, me and my friends were always like, it's like a TV show. We would do that for patterns. Did you see? Oh, I'm not even doing this right. That's what I get for talking too much. 2, then 1, 2, 1, and then 2. Okay, that's all we're doing all the way around. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So they're like, oh, did you see the new pattern that's out? I'm like, we would always do that to each other. But this particular time, we were like, oh, we see this new pattern. We were all like, we do little crochet alongs, and we would do something. Somebody, good morning. Hey, Facebook family. Good morning. How you doing? Thank you for coming in. And so we would do different things like that, right? And so we would do like crochet alongs. So we would all rotate. Like, I'm gonna see what they're doing. Hey, I gotta go find them. Like, where you been, Lord? I gotta go find them. They probably like, you gonna mess with us now, boy. You on that YouTube stuff. Okay. I gotta do it. Because when I first started, they did come and visit me, So I gotta go. But they knew that I was working really hard. And Cheryl sent me this book and some yarn, and she said, well, this is where you put your patterns and your ideas and your inspirations. And she wrote it like a little sweet little loving note inside, And then they sent me this big huge box of yarn. So they started me here, And so we were looking at this pattern because we would always pick like, oh, you pick the pattern, and we would make it. Then somebody else would pick a pattern, and then we would just all, go for our own taste buds. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, and it was like a lot of sweaters. We like really sweatery. I don't know why, but anyway, we love our sweaters and cardigans. I never made any. I'm like, I don't make this stuff. They're a little older than me, not knocking age, but that was their style. I'm like, man, hey, give me something else. Man, I didn't care. I would always pick like little beanies or something. I don't know, And then I try to pick a little cardigan or a little top. I think I was the only one that did it. I think they were like, this is not it, because it was textured, and I didn't think they liked texture, but anyways, at that time. So anyways, the point I'm getting at is the pattern that one time we had wanted to do had a beautiful neck, and I'm a necker. I love a nice neck. I've always have, ever since I was a youth, like I love a cow neck, something that'll droop and drape, something that can curl over, fold over, pin to the all any type of neckery. That's why I'm coming out with a pattern like that. Mama, get in here, mama. How you doing, mama? Get in here. Yeah, it's raining. It's a raining. Yes, it is. And I've been living the love. I've been loving your life of pink. Like, I know my love. You've been loving my love of pink. I know it's my secret favorite color, guys. Blues are mad at me, so I had to put. I'm working with pink, so I had to put a little blue on, so blue didn't think I was, like, oh, you don't mess with me no more. I got you where you at. I brought you in where I can say, yo, I'm like, okay, I'm sorry, blue. I still love you. But yeah, man, how you feeling this morning? So what was I gonna say, guys? Like, doing this, doing this. I don't know. Maybe that was a good thing because I stopped learning what I was talking about. And but look, Beverly gonna say, yay, yeah, Beverly love her some pink too. Beverly said, so we were looking at this. It happened to be the pattern that we wanted was in a collection. So hey, they was like, oh, I'm like, man, we can't buy it by itself. It was like, you're gonna buy this collection from the Foundry magazine. It had just came out, and we're like, what is this? Like, what they got going on? What this? How about who this woman? We didn't know. It was new to us. And so they were doing things where they were like basically kind of like, I don't know if they're necessarily interviewing the people, but they had different designers and they had these beautiful spreads and things, and they would talk about the designer and stuff like that and have their work in this magazine, and you had to buy it as a collector. Like you could not, like there was no way around it. Like, okay, let me see. There was no way around it. I don't know if they changed it, but there was no way around it. And it was not the worst thing ever. I don't think. I think it was kind of nice because you were able to get, a magazine, and then you were getting filled with patterns. So I loved it. And so, me, guys, I always try to tell y'all the same thing. Like, don't like just mingle, like mingle wherever you want to mingle at. Don't feel like we're all people. You know what I'm trying to say? We're all people. And so I always find myself in somebody's face, help my Lord, when this comes to me wanting to get somewhere further. I'm going to the further retreat. Hey, I might not, but they be like, how you get in here? Like, I just found a badge. I was going to put it on. I didn't know it was for me. I was just going to wear it and then come back here and see if I was going to get kicked out right away or how long they was going to keep me back here. So I just found my way doing that. And I'm like, hey, this is my people. I'm with my people now. We are with round 4. And round 4 is letting us know to do double crochet in the next 2 and then go from there. Double crochet next 2, repeat around. Okay. Yeah, 2 in first and then yeah. Okay, cool. So that's what we're doing. So I ended up finding the Foundry people. They saw the Foundry magazine. Hey, Foundry. I didn't know, like people watch, like you gotta be careful. That's why I say, don't be having me in trouble. Don't be having me talking crazy on the channel and stuff. People be watching me. People have always watched me, and I never like people have always watched me. People email me, oh, I was over there last night. I'm like, oh, you are. Yeah, because people are always like, oh, I was there over there last night. I was watching. I didn't say nothing, but I was watching. I'm like, so I always gotta be. I always tell me, be your best behavior. Try to look a little decent if you can, and also have a little bit of energy if you can. If you're dry, Lord knows why. But, hey, you got have a little something for you. If you got to drink a little coffee, do what you got to do. Unless it really keeps you up, don't do it. I don't suggest it. But if you can make it, take it. So you never know who's watching. I didn't know they were watching. I told you, LeBron, he usually frequents, so he doesn't really talk a lot. Again, he's over there, handling business. But again, we got a lot of people that's watching, so they're like, "Oh, I like this yarn tree," and they're giving me all these little compliments and things. I'm just like, okay, because when you respect designers or respect a business or whatever, you follow them and things of that sort. It's a beautiful, flattering ordeal when they see your work. It is. Because that's what you're working for. You're working for opportunities, because I want to have certain things myself. And for me to do collaboration with certain people, come on, internet, this rain is going to act up. Okay. For me to be able to have these collaborations with certain people, that would push me to different levels and different heights that I have never seen and get me into doors that haven't been open. And of course, the doors are going to be open, but sometimes we want to be able to get help opening those doors because sometimes they're heavy to push. So they're like, oh, I love your design. You have some beautiful design. I'm like, what? I'm like, wow, like they've seen my designs. Like, oh, you've seen these. And they fell in love with my designs. They're like, man, hey, let's get together. And so after this, I'm going to go ahead and email them. I didn't want to email them yesterday because I was doing my Barbie stuff and we might have gotten into some heavy detail. I mean, some heavy emails, and I didn't want to like leave them hanging. They're like, oh, I'm going to email you. So I wanted to email them when I have that time to like go back and forth, correspond, promptly. But guys, my things, they're like, I said, it's like, oh, I love your way. I love your yarn tree. How did you get this yarn tree? They might be interested in maybe doing a bit of a making the yarn tree because that was unique, and I'm always trying to do some creative stuff. And so that's what I freaking get. Sorry, guys. That's what I get. That's what I get. Okay. So they're like, let's do a collaboration. And when I heard collaboration, I was like, what? It was a beautiful thing. I was so excited, y'all, because like I've been loving this magazine for a very long time. And for them to be like, let's do a collaboration. I was like, you had me at hello. So I'm definitely excited about that because I would love to do a collaboration with them and have my designs in a magazine, that people are going to see. I don't care if it's a collective. I don't care if we got shared in arrows. I don't even care. That's not what it's about. What it's about is me getting somewhere I've never been and people seeing me that have never saw me before. Like, who is this young lady? She's a little whippersnapper. I want people to see. That's what it's for. That's what I'm for. I'm for getting myself out there, and doing it. What? And you never know who else follows the Foundry magazine. It could be different people that's following it and see something in me like, oh, I like what she has going on. So I can't wait. A collaboration with them. Like, I'm hungry. Oh, look at Mama. That's amazing. You ever be like, oh, look at Mama. Oh, I was trying to give me some. Mama, you better stop it. Look at Beverly. Say, I need some coffee, Lord. Mama's drinking her first cup. Hey, what y'all drinking first cups? You better drink it. I'm happy now because you know what? I got my Splendid sugar back. I'm happy now because I was like, I started drinking sugar. My husband, he was making this coffee for me. Like, oh, honey, I'm making some coffee. And it's been good. I've been drinking that sugar. I said, oh, I got to be careful because I hadn't been drinking sugar. I've been drinking like Splendas and sugar-free type of ordeals. I know some people like, be careful with it. I understand, guys. I don't drink enough. I don't drink enough of it, but I don't want to drink sugar because it just does not do me right. And so I cannot do. My feet get swollen up and stuff like that. I can't fit my shoe. I can't fit my church shoes, Lord. I can't go to church with a beautiful dress and some flip-flops. I can't do it. So I'm super excited now because I got my Splenda back. All right. And I'm like, oh, I can drink coffee again, Lord. So I'm excited about that. So I've been kind of indulging a little bit because I can have it. And for a while, I was like, man, I'm drinking the sugary stuff. I didn't want to drink it, but I needed a little caffeine in my blood because I have a small addiction, and it's all good. Everybody knows about my addiction. Okay, y'all got y'all, so let me have mine. I love some caffeine, so I don't go over with it. I don't go overboard with it, but I have just enough. The right combination does me well. So I'm happy I can have me a little coffee again, guys. I'm not kidding you. I love me some coffee, Lord. But I got to be careful with sugars and things because again, I don't do well with swells because of course I also crochet. And so when you crochet or you do things like what I'm doing, I do have a recliner couch. Like I can just sit this couch back, but for some reason I can't crochet fast, like leaning back. I got to sit up with it. So maybe one day I'll try it. Maybe I'll get a boppy pillow to put my elbows up and try the craft with sitting back, my feet elevated. But my feet swell a lot because my feet are down. You don't have your feet elevated for longer periods. You're not getting enough rest. Like me grinding all day and night. Their feet can swell, or mine do. I don't know about everybody's, and it can be a little rough. What's going, Kelly? This is my prosperity crop tee. You better make it around over my Etsy and my Ravelry. You probably got this pattern already. I'm not sure if you do or not, but here's my prosperity crop tee with a hooded neck. It's a new modification that's being added to the pattern. I was feeling like I want to be a little mysterious, just in case the paparazzi come after me. I got to put my shades on, and I gotta do what I gotta do. So I had to put the hood on it. I'm kidding. But you never know, because people are watching me. I didn't know they were. So yeah, sometimes I got a booger in my nose, and I had to have the shades on and the hood on just in case. But speaking of feet being swollen, my nephew came over one day. Shout out to my nephew Jaden. I love your nephew. And he's like, TT. And I was telling him that. He was like, TT, what's going on? And I was like, wait, my feet are swollen, nephew, but I got to grind. He was like, wait. He's 11, 12. He's 12. My son's. Yeah, he's 12, right? He just turned 12 last month. He's like, TT. I said, my nephew, I got to grind. I got to get his work done. Hey, I got to go. I got to do it. He's like, TT, Okay. I was like, my feet are elevated. If I elevate my feet, if I put them up, if I put them up, then my feet will go down, and I don't want to go in the house. It's cold in there. It's going to force me to possibly sneak and eat. I can't get my grind on. I need to be outside. I need this vitamin D. I need just love, this energy. I need to see what's going on in the neighborhood. I want to be closed in. I can't do it. It reminded me when I was in depression. I don't like to be closed in. So free me. Anyway, so he say, okay, TT. He grabbed one of the chairs. We got multiple chairs on the porch. This is what he did. I didn't suggest it to him. I didn't tell him to do it. I'm just crafting because I'm trying to get some things done. He said, hold on, TT, hold on. He pulls the chair, one of the extra chairs, and he pulls it in front of me. And he picks my legs up, my legs, okay, and my calves and my hooves. He picks them up. He ain't scared of them. They was looking a little doggish because they weren't they not pedicure right now because I've been keeping them covered. I'm like, hey, you gonna see these roof? Don't let that dog. Hey, he wasn't afraid. He said, "It's my TT. I can touch her hooves if I want to." She touched my hooves when I was a baby. I said, "I can touch them then." He picked my feet up he put them on solid ground. He picked my feet up. Okay, anyway. He picked my feet up and put them in this chair. And I'm just like, look at him. I was like, what? Did he just pick my feet up? These hooves that some people wouldn't even think twice about. He picked my feet up and put them in the chair in front of me. And then like, there you go. Now you ain't got no excuse for your feet to be swollen. And that kind of teared me up a little bit. I ain't do it in front of him. It's gonna be a little tough because he's a little tough one. But I showed him, I said, I appreciate you, nephew. I love you. Thank you for that. He said, you're welcome. And I just want him to know I appreciated that because I'm like, look at you, 12 years old. You've been showing that gentleman. Okay, there I go crying, Lord. Come on. This is that PMS. It's going to be here next week, Lord. Just give me a fair warning just in case I'm a little agitated or irritated or emotional next week. Okay, just letting you guys know TT is coming next week. Anyways, he put my feet on the chair. I thought that was the sweetest thing ever. I said, you know what, you ain't have to do that. And that was he was like, man, I know you're working hard and you don't want to go in the house. Hey, here, just put your feet up. While you're out here, at least put your feet up. That was so beautiful. And lately I've been having shoes on. So that way I don't have to deal with, I kind of keep them wrapped a little bit. Keeping some shoes on helps me as well. But I thought that was so sweet, y'all. That it's good when you got your children and the youth and your family, just a youth period, the new generation still showing that care. Because sometimes we're like, oh, this new generation, they ain't so disrespectful. We got some good youth out here still. And some of them may not know. But if you give them that, give them what you want. Some of them ain't been loved on. And so we like, man, they so disrespectful. But you teach them some stuff. Don't be scared to talk to them. Don't be scared to say good morning to them. How you doing, young man? How you doing, young woman? Don't be scared to tell them that. And when he see me, I say, his nephew, he always does. He sometimes he like to show the derriere with his clothing and his pants. And every time I see him, I always get on him about it because I always get him on the origin of it, where it all began, and how what it symbolizes when you are showing your pants. When you're showing the underoos. I told him, hey, this is what it means, and I give him the information. I show him what it was, and I did this years ago when he was maybe 9 or 10. And so every time I see him, if he have his pants down in front of me, I go in and I hold on. I say, oh, like nice advertisement. You advertising. And for the most part, when he come around me, he just pull them up before I even say it because he's like, oh, she don't say something. He just has them up. He does not even, you know what I'm saying? He don't have to pull them up. It's they're already there because he knows I'm going to say something and he knows like, oh, snaps on that TT house. Let me, you know what I'm saying? Let me do that thing. Let me show that respect. Not only to my TT, but also to myself. You know what I'm saying? I don't do it for me. Do it for yourself. It's a respect thing. Show that you are a gentleman. You know what I'm saying? You about to be a young man. You 12 years old. You tapping into the teen years soon. Tap into that. It's a beautiful thing. I just like to show some love and encouragement and teaching everywhere I go. That's what I do. I mean, sometimes our kids gonna listen, sometimes they're not, but they hear us, but sometimes they don't necessarily act upon it right then and there. They might be. Sometimes we have told our kids some stuff. Next thing you know, guys, they start telling other kids. So they listening to us, but they may act like they're not, but they start teaching other kids, preaching to other kids. I'm like, I done heard my son tell people other kids stuff that I told him. I'm like, oh, he was listening to me then. So now that we are 1, 2, 3, 4, row 4, we're on round 5 now. This is where we're going to have a double crochet in 10. Then we're going to double crochet 2 in the first and then 10. So we're going to do 2 in the first and then 10. I'm going to get to the comments, guys. Forgive me. I just was trying to get into this point. So 2 in the first. And then we're going to crochet in 10. Okay, let me get into the comments, guys. Forgive me, y'all. I was just trying to get a little bit of this grinding in, a little work done, so we can have something done for today, right? Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, guys. I just released my new reel for the Barbie
My first reel, I gotta go edit a couple more. I'm gonna try to have a few, but I also want to put some pictures up there, a little spread too. So, but I'm gonna do 3 reels and possibly maybe a little picture spread. I'm guessing because it was so fun. And then I'm gonna also do some YouTube. I'll try to get it filmed both ways. So I kind of like did different things in both directions with my phone, so that way YouTube can get the full screen, and then Instagram can get their version too. Uh, what y'all got going on, Dana? Does compression socks help? I never have had them. That sounds like a great idea. Maybe I should get some. Never have had it. Never, never. I should get some of those because you know why? I never had. Yeah, added the pattern to the pattern. Not yet. The pattern is coming though. Hey Kelly, the pattern is coming. Jesse, hey Jesse, hey Jesse. You better get in here. What's going on, Jesse? Okay, yes. So Cindy Boucher's here. Good morning. Good morning, Cindy Boucher. Yeah, I haven't added it, but it's going to be added. It's very, very soon. Soon and very soon. I'm going to join the hood. I'm going to add the hood. You was behind. Don't worry about being behind. I don't buy sugar only on Thanksgiving and then throw it out. Really? Oh, that's good. I'm not there yet. Okay, not there yet. I don't think I'm ever gonna be there because it needs sugar. Because there's certain things I use sugar for, like it just has to happen. You say, yeah, okay, they have them on Amazon, do they? Okay, thank you so much. Yeah. Okay, cool. So I need to get me some of those then. I'm gonna get me some of those. Okay, that's what I'm gonna get then. I might as well. Because I swell at times. And guess what, guys? I was a little discouraged. I was like, you better not claim. Like, don't you love when you have some family members who like don't let you be discouraged? I was like, don't you claim that? Like, he was so man. Because I messed my wrist up, y'all. I don't know what I did to it. I don't even know. I can't remember what I did. But that baby is acting up. I know I need to go to the doctor and get it checked and stuff. My mom's like, man, you need it. I said, Mom, I'm out here grinding. Mom. My mom's like, my mom seen me after church one day. Okay, cousin Angie, loving every stitch by Ruby, baby. Hey, happy birthday. I guess it's a week past your birthday. But anyways, cousin, get in here. What you got going on? If y'all have my cousin, grab her up. Her command is !Ruby. She on that gold squad. She got patterns galore. She's mothering. She's wiping. Hey, she's killing the game everywhere she goes. She's room 1A at my high as well. So if you ever need any tips and tricks on how to do that, go grab her up. She also is responsible for my 11 ear piercings. Well, maybe the 9 of them because I already had 2. So she's responsible for 9 of my ear piercings. So that's my cousin who's in the neighbor, not only in the crafty world, but also the body world. Love you, cousin. Hey, cousin, get in here. Okay, so my mom seen me after church one day, and I was telling her my wrist because my wrist been acting up, And I'm like, Lord, please, whatever you do, don't stop me from crocheting. I don't know if that's a good thing. I learned to crochet left-handed. I'm left-handed when I write anyway. I will learn that thing. I do not care. I saw my mom on my wrist, and she was like, oh my God, look at your wrist. I didn't know it was swollen. I can't see. My mom knows about swellery. I can't really see because my hand, I don't know. I look at it every day. I don't know if there's nothing wrong with it. And she was looking at it. It was inflamed. Like the other day I told you it was inflamed. I touched it and it was so hot. I'm like, oh, I have to take ibuprofen. But then I was listening to somebody else like, oh, too much ibuprofen can hurt you. I'm like, oh, I got scared. I'm like, I'm not trying to take all these beaneries. Okay, anyways, that's another story. And so I need to take some after this. It's a little warm. But anyways, my mom's like, I said, Mom, she's like, what you doing down there? I said, Mom, I'm grinding down here. Mom, grinding because she see my wrist after church. She's like, oh my gosh, they not go to the hospital, go to the doctor. I'm like, Mom, but mother, no. And so days had passed, and she was like, "What you doing?" And I'm like, "Mom, grinding. I'm sorry, I haven't messaged you, but I'm getting my grind on down here." She's like, "You need to be grinding out to that hospital." She's like, "You need to be grinding to that doctor and get that arm checked out." I was like, "Oh my gosh," so it was a little funny. But shout out to my mom, who has a little comedy in her too. We always had that little comedic, love, and I love that. I love laughter. So you need to be grinding down to that hospital. I was like, okay, well. And I said, grind. Hey, she's like, grind on down to the hospital while you're playing. Let's see here. We got 2, 4, 6, 8, and 9. We're going to do 10, and then we're going to do the increase. Okay, guys. So the one fun thing about series patterns, after you do like so many, you start doing a gradual hat build, and what it does is it doesn't create just like the dome. It kind of just, it's like a little dome look. Because when I was making mine, it was like 10, 20, 30, 40, 60, 70, But what she does is she increases slowly. And then like in the beginning, she kind of, gives you that part, but then she starts increasing slowly a little bit. So that way it'll just be like, what I'm saying? It'll just like perfect on the head. It's like, I'm like, she did put a little science behind that thing. Look, and I like it because like I said, it's not just straight like this. Like, it's not like that. It's like, it's like, it fits me. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's not just a hat. It's like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's yes. So I love that. I put my mom feet in her lap, rubbed them. Oh, loving them. You better rub those. Man, I know she was loving that. Rest in peace to your beautiful mother. I know she was loving that. Look at bro Mark. Bro Mark said he got a gentleman in his blood. I love that. Ain't nothing wrong with rubbing little feet. I love it. I love rubbing feet. I didn't mean to say that. All right, guys, I'm about to get out of here. I appreciate you all for being here. It's a beautiful Friday. Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you for giving me your time on today. I know I was already late and things of that sort because of me sleeping in and oversleeping from staying up late night trying to edit a video. My husband went out with me yesterday, y'all, and we did this Barbie shoot, and so I have several pieces of footage I got to go edit and make more of. But he he was out there in 90-degree weather because I was planning on walking down to this landmark called Quintuple, where people eat and have delicious meals and expensive taste buds. I've been there once to eat for my grandmother's birthday last year. It was awesome. So that was my plan. I'm like, I want to go there because when I was a kid, I used to ride past some places, me, whoever was taking us to stores, or we would ride past, and it would be that place as well as a mansion and all kinds of things right down the street. Where I didn't live over here at the time, but I was a kid, and so when we would have like fantasy homes as kids and things like that, I would draw these homes and these buildings, not knowing what they were, if they were homes or they were buildings. I never really knew, but they were made of big rocks and boulder. And so I was like, that's my house. When I get older, I'm going to have a house made with rocks and boulder, and I'm going to have a driveway with that same build. I think the driveway to match, baby. I don't think it's good for the tires. But anyways, I don't know. But I wanted it. Every time I had a chance to draw up what my future house would be, it was that the big house made of rocks, driveway made of rocks too. And that was always my dream. So yesterday I was like, I'm gonna walk down there. And my husband, he'd been doing things for my mother-in-law. I'm not stressing. I don't really like to even ask people for things. Why? Because people got their own things going on. And sometimes I'm like, spur of the moment. And that's how my son is. He don't care. He's still gonna ask. He's like, oh, can you take me to the mall? When? Right now? Oh, okay. So I don't really want to burden somebody with that. So I'm like, man, let me just go. I'll walk. My husband's like, I'm walking on 90-degree weather. I'm on my way. I was like, oh, okay, well, you better come then. And I was like, well, he was like, okay, I'm gonna film you. You tell me what you want me to do. And I was okay. I was like, yeah, honey, I'll tell you how I want it. And I was like, okay. I told him, okay, hold the camera this way, do this way, do that way. It's hot and sunny, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I know he's probably like irritated, but he didn't care. He didn't care about being sweat. He pouring sweat. I'm pouring sweat. He like, son, we had baby son with us. Go to the car, grab mama some napkins. She need to dab her face off. I'm like, okay. And he like, okay, baby, let's go. He's just pouring sweat. He didn't wipe his face one time. I'm like, okay, sweaty. So we out in the sun. He like grabbing me, doing this. I'm like, he like, honey, what else you want? I'm like, honey, tell me what you need me to do. He like, okay, come. He's grabbing this up, grabbing that up, give me different angles. I'm like, honey, give me angles, give me this, give me that. Walk with me, talk with me. We doing all these different things. I'm trying to picture the music in my head. I'm trying to move it to the music because I'm not filming with music, but I'm like, I'm like, I know the soundtrack in my head, and killed it. He made my frame for me because I'm outside trying to do other looks, taking all his pictures. He's in the house with a frame. He went to the store and bought all these little frame knickknacks. He's like, honey, what you want me to get? What you want to get? I'm like, so that was a beautiful thing. Like he went in for me in the 90-degree weather. Hey, you got somebody, hey, that would burn with you. Hey, that's some love right there, because everybody ain't gonna be in the heat for you. Everybody like, you know what, baby, you're gonna have to wait till tomorrow. And he knew how important this was for me. He's like, man, let's just do it. You want this. And I was like, honey, I'm not gonna be able to do it. I'm gonna be the son. I'm gonna be the son. I was like so like stressed out a little bit because I had to iron on a shirt. I had to like, it was a lot. I started adding extra accessories. Why am I adding extra stuff? I'm not. So he was like, you gonna do it. He was like, you're gonna get it done because you want it so bad. And I was like, and I was so grateful that he stood out there in that heat with me, sweating with me, and our son was doing the same thing, and he's my new photographer, my baby boy. But my husband just took the cake yesterday. He did the photography for me yesterday, and then I did some myself. But y'all gonna see more. So if you follow me on Instagram, you see that. I'm gonna try to get on YouTube as well because I filmed it in multiple directions. But I'm about to get out of here, guys. I know I've talked and yapped so much. Yeah, I love my husband, y'all. Like we be getting on each other's nerves. I told him last night, I said I got the best husband ever. He said, I got the best wife ever. I said, even if I get on your nerves, I said, yeah. He said, we get on each other's nerves, but it don't matter. I don't care if I'm on nerves. That's the last thing I'm thinking about, some nerves. Yeah. He was like, the type of talks we have sometimes, because we do get on each other. We with somebody for 19 years. There's gonna be some nerves getting on, but I love the fact that no matter like even when it's like rough or we have like rough times, he had a little fighter, and like he don't give up like that. You know what I'm saying? Like that. You know that pit bull, they say got locked jaw. They clamp down on you. It's over. Like like that's how he is. Like he's like he won't let go. I'm like, man, get away from me alone. Like and same thing. Like if I'm like, if, you know what I'm saying? Like he's gonna be like, no, I'm here. Staying here. You're gonna get this right. We're gonna be good. I'm like, oh snap. And then like every time it's like, no, get you know what, leave me alone. I'm out of here. I'm like, oh, okay, well you go ahead and go. And but I won't let him go. And I'm like, no, like we both had the same thing, you know, we might get on each other's nerves, but we know it's just like this is it. It's stuck. I'm stuck. We're stuck. And it's a good stuck though, because he know what I want. Like he know the hunger that I have, and he don't care. Like right now we don't got no vehicle, but he is out there making it. Every chance he gets, he's out there trying like, what you need? What you need? You need your sweet potatoes? You need your salmon? I'm like, yeah, I need it. You need a salad? Oh, I got salad. I brought you some extra salad. I got you some salmon. I'm like, oh, so I didn't even need that. Oh, gosh, because it was on sale. I grabbed 2 bags. I know you be eating it. You know, sometimes you want 2 pieces. You be hungry. I'm like, oh, okay. Thank you. So I love that. You know, I love that. It don't matter about no nerves. He said, I don't care about no nerves. So 19 years this year. You know, it's a beautiful thing. I need that. Like, I need somebody that's like that, because I'm a little hard rascal to deal with at times. I need somebody that's gonna be like, when I'm hard, like, don't be like this disappearing. Like, you go harder. You know, so like I'm going hard, you going harder. Like, oh snap, you ain't scared of this? Oh, okay, I like that. I need somebody to be able to do that. You know, like you. Oh no, I can't deal with you. You too much. No, like no, I need you to be like, oh. What this? If you don't get over here, like, oh, okay, rough manhandle me. Okay, I gotta go. It's Friday. I'm happy. I love y'all. Please follow me on Instagram. I'm gonna try to get some videos on YouTube. We gotta get our grind on. I love you guys. Y'all thebomb.com. Y'all the best family ever. I can't get enough of y'all. I'm gonna see what's up with TT Ursula over at on Granny Spirit. I'm going up there. I'm not sure. I don't know, but I love you all. Y'all thebomb.com. Thank y'all for being the best family ever. But for real, seriously, catch my reel out. I edited that thing. I stayed up to like 6:30 in the morning editing. Please, y'all go check that video out. It's only 30 seconds. I added so many different clips, but I had to put them together and figure it out, try to tell a story. I'm like, I didn't write a story. But now I'm kind of like getting to director films, because I'm like, I can tell a story. And I should have did more storytelling with my other clips, but we'll see. But I was like, it's a little story a little bit. This story was kind of like me going to this place. You know, I'm kind of walking a little bit. It's a hot summer's day, and I'm looking for something to get into. Wow, what do I see? I found my girls' Barbies. And what we do is we go and have a little something to nibble on. But on my way up, I go grab them up. We get our dance on, head over to the dinner table, and that's it. So anyways, if y'all have not seen it, go grab it, and you will see the dresses that I created. I did not make the pattern, but I did crochet them here on Craft Hour. I love y'all. Y'all have a beautiful day, guys. And also, take care, guys. Okay. Hey, take care and love y'all. Thank you for joining me for Craft Hour with Triple C. See y'all later, guys.